Namaste and welcome. Today onwards, we are starting a new series, which is Decoding Gita. And I'm joined by my friend, philosopher, and guide, and a very a Sanatani, of course. And his name is Diptarko. So we will be, every week, we will be taking a session or we will be doing a conversation on Gita. And we'll try to simplify Gita at its best. Yeah, welcome, Diptarko. Thank you for joining me
Thank
today
you.
and
Thank you.
taking this
Jai Shri
initiative
Krishna.
of yeah, Jai Shri Krishna, and thank you for being a part of this initiative. Yeah, so
It's my pleasure, absolutely.
yes,
Thank you so
okay,
much for calling me.
pleasure is all mine. Thank you. So
Right.
we'll start with as discussed, we'll start with the second chapter, which is
Correct.
Sankhya Yoga, and uh, we'll probably go by the verses, and then we'll start a little bit of discussion on the same.
Right.
Yeah,
Sure.
okay.
Sure.
So we'll start.
Do you want to read it out? Do you want to take up the first shloka?
Yeah,
Maybe.
you can read it out. No problem. Yeah.
So first, let's just the Gita starts
Yes.
with the Gita
Yes.
Dhyana.
Yes.
So let's
Yeah.
just pray there.
Oh.
ॐ पाठाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितपुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् ॐ वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्. So the Gita Dhyana is quite big. We just took up two shlokas from it, two
Yes.
of the most beautiful shlokas. And yeah, so we start off. Before we start off, for those who are very novice to Gita, the first chapter, would you just like to elucidate the mental condition of Arjuna for our
Yes.
viewers?
Yes. Please. Please.
Right. Okay. So basically, Arjuna, we know
So
he is
this
one of
is
the.
sorry. Just to cut
No,
you. This is just to kind of set the whole journey of Gita. So before that, we're just trying to summarize and understand what is how Arjuna is in his mental state and his mental condition, and how Bhagwan actually starts his journey for telling the whole Gita to Arjuna. So that is all about in the first chapter. So that is how I would like Jittarko to summarize it for the viewers so that we know that what is
right,
the condition Arjuna is in now.
got it.
Yeah.
So I think, Srishi, Arjuna's condition is what many of us are facing today in these very troubled times.
Yes. Yes.
Not that all of us are weaklings or
Correct.
we are scared all the time, but some of us are actually, we have something to do in our own respective fields. We are champions there, many of us.
Correct.
But yet the situation is such that we are entering into a phase of depression, of
Hmm.
fear, of panic psychosis.
Absolutely.
So the
Absolutely.
same thing had happened to Arjuna.
Yes.
So you see, the man is actually a very great man, irrespective of what the legend has come up around him that he was very arrogant and all. It's not so. The man is actually a very great man. He knows he can destroy the entire Kaurava army in a thrice. He's not worried about himself, but seeing the opponents, Daya, he is overcome with pity for them, attachment for them. So he's actually below that heart of a mighty warrior is a very soft person.
Yes.
So this we should keep in mind about Arjuna. One more thing which strikes me about Arjuna, which I do want to mention from the Mahabharata, people have this for some reason weird idea that Arjuna was of a very poor character. Wherever he went, they got married and all that. But no, that's not correct. Arjuna had immense self-control. We need to understand that both Arjuna and Krishna, they are nothing else but the incarnations of the great rishis Nara and Narayana. So they are rishis actually, the avatar of Narayana himself, Lord himself. And there's a lovely story which says that how when Arjuna went to heaven, to Indraloka, Devloka, to get the Divyastras, so Urvashi or I think yeah, Urvashi was enamored of him, and the
Okay.
divine nymph. She was
Okay.
enamored of him, and she wanted to have him as her husband.
Okay.
But Arjuna, so she was under the misconception that Arjuna had fallen in love with her, because when she was dancing in Indra's court, Arjuna was staring at her wide-eyed. Okay,
Okay.
and he got, okay, this guy is very interested about me, and obviously, who could resist someone like Arjuna? So she
Correct.
secretly went to him one night and offered her love to him. But then Arjuna, as if fell from the sky, he said, "I was looking at you wide-eyed because you are our ancestor." The story
Mm-hmm.
goes that one of the ancestors of Arjuna had married this nymph, this divine
Okay.
dancer,
Okay.
and that is how the Bharatas or the Kauravas were born.
Oh, okay.
That
Okay.
line was.
Okay.
So he
Okay.
had actually looked upon her as a mother and
Okay.
was stuck in wonder, and she got a different meaning. Then this lady tried to reason with him that no, how can it be? We
Yes.
are all apsaras. Apsaras don't have any family or anything. We are just made for the pleasure of people. Okay. So please marry me.
Yeah.
That is when Arjuna showed means a great self-restraint, which comes only to a rishi. So
Mm-hmm.
looking at the maybe the most rarest beauty in the three world, he said, "No, I look upon you as a mother. There can be no change in that. You're a mother to me." So he was cursed by the nymph, by Urvashi, because of that.
Okay.
And that is how he became an Enach in the 13th year of the Vanvasa.
Okay. Okay.
So this is the
So one,
background of Arjuna.
basically, it's like one story leads to the other. So there is a
One story leads
change.
to the other.
Yeah. Okay.
And then this leads to this. Vanvasa and subsequently leads to the Mahabharata war and then to the.
Yes.
So
Yes.
Arjuna is not a weakling, first of all. Neither is a man of poor characters and models. He is a man
Correct.
of great self-restraint. That is why he could master those great Brahmastra and all that. Not everybody could master it. Not
Absolutely.
everybody could use it and recall it back. Arjuna could. So here, seeing this, the great Bhishma, Drona, and the sons of Dhritarashtra, Arjuna is overcome by pity, and he feels what is life without them. Like we are also passing through this stage. Many of us are fearing more for our elderly parents or elderly relatives. See,
Correct.
what is will life be without them if something happens? So this is what is the condition of Arjuna. But yeah, the situation is very bad for him. He's horripilating, he's crying, and one more point to note is that entire first chapter, Prathamadhyaya, is
Yeah.
called Arjuna Vishada Yoga. It
Vishal
is
Yoga.
or the desperation, despondency of Arjuna. Even this despondency or sorrow actually leads us to God. Yoga means yuktasya,
Correct.
getting in union
Connected to
with the
God.
Lord.
Yeah.
Right? So he is through sorrow, he is now coming closer to Krishna. Till now, he knows him as his friend, as his comrade, everything, as maybe he's all in all. But now, this feeling, emotion that he is the Lord himself, the one without a second, will slowly
Correct.
dawn upon him.
So I believe possibly which could be the best time to start up with a session like this, because all of us are going through the same state of mind right now as
Exactly,
Arjuna was
exactly,
probably then. We are
exactly.
also going through a time of uncertainty, unpredictability. We don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, but then
Correct.
negativity is something which we should not entertain at all. And that is how I think Bhagwan also tells Arjuna that what is your real nature and what is the real nature of every humankind. And that
Exactly.
gives us the kind of strength and positivity that we need. So we will start up with the
Absolutely.
second chapter and how
Absolutely.
to, sort of gain that positivity and that strength that everything is going to get over and we are again going to come back and be as what we were
Absolutely.
before this COVID period. So yeah,
Absolutely. Yeah,
yes,
very true. That is a very nice thing you have put in. And Shri Bhagwan actually does this. Shri Bhagwan is speaking to mankind of all ages and all times to come through Arjuna. That's
correct,
why it's a
correct.
universal cosmic text. So what does now Dityodhyaya, this
Yeah,
Sankhya Yoga, it starts with Sanjay speaking now.
yes,
Sanjay Uvacha, Tvam tatha kripaya vishtam Ashrupurna kulekshanam Vishidantamidam vakyam Uvacha Madhusudanaha. See, this is so lovely and so poetic. Sanjay is saying, Tvam tatha kripaya vishta. At that time, on that person who was overcome with pity and who was filled with tears. Ashru Gadgad, which we say in
Mhm.
Hindi or Sanskrit, filled with tears, the Lord, divine Lord, took pity on him now and started speaking to him.
Yes.
Uvacha spoke.
Yes.
Till now, Krishna hasn't spoke a word. He is just a silent spectator. He heard all Arjuna's went out emotions, frustrations. He heard it patiently. One thing to note here is how a good speaker has to be a good listener. So he has heard everything that Arjuna said, and now he is speaking out. And what does he speak? Like the sun comes through the clouds, so this aura of despondency, of darkness, as if the Lord speaks out. What does he say? See, he says,
So
Shri
he
Bhagwan.
also see in the first slok also there is one point to be noted, that how Sanjaya is describing or is telling the condition of Arjuna. So he is possibly giving the best description that because we all know that Dhritarashtra he could not see, so he was
Yeah.
actually getting to know about everything about Kurukshetra from Sanjaya.
Hmm.
So a beautiful way of describing the condition of Arjuna, that what was he going through, because he
Going
cannot
through.
see Arjuna. So Sanjaya was trying to kind of tell Dhritarashtra that what is that. So all those words used, that it is like the tears are coming out, and
Hmm,
that
hmm, hmm.
that state which Arjuna was. So
Correct.
beautiful choice of words, I believe. Yeah.
Absolutely. Now, our Sanjay actually has been able to permeate into every character's minds and thoughts.
Yes.
So he's able to not only hear, but he can also associate with that character.
Correct.
Something like Valmiki in the Ramayana,
Yes.
Sanjaya has got the divine gift now.
Correct.
So yeah, that's true, and very nicely put, Shreyoshi. So the next verse, if we look at it, it says that Sri Bhagwan Vacha
Yeah.
कुतस्त्वाकश्मलमिदं विषमे समुपस्थितम् अनार्यजुष्टम् असर्गम् akirti This is one of the loveliest verses in the
Mm.
Gita. Swamiji
Yes.
used to love this a lot. Swami
Swamiji's, yeah.
Vivekananda.
Swamiji's favorite one.
So, you want to take this up just from your point of view?
No, I think you can start it. I'll add it up.
Okay. Okay.
So, yeah.
So, yeah. So here, what now? Sri Bhagwan. He has been. One more thing, dear viewers. Note how they use the terms Arjuna Vacha, Sanjay Vacha, Dhritarashtra Vacha, but Sri Bhagwan Vacha, not Krishna Vacha, Vasudeva Vacha, Sri Bhagwan Vacha. Because now through Vasudev Krishna, the Lord Himself is speaking. Sri Bhagwan Vacha. So that's why it is Bhagavad Gita. So Sri Bhagwan Vacha. Kutastva Kashmalimidam. Now he's roaring out actually. He's roaring. Kutastva, where from? Has come to you in this time of great distress, in this time of great urgency. Where has this panic come to you? Where has this unmanliness come to you, Arjun? This unmanliness, it doesn't befit you. You are a mighty Kshatriya. You have scorched alone the entire Kaurava army. What of Kaurava army? Actually, you scorched the entire Devas themselves when needed. You fought the Gandharvas single handedly and you routed them. How has this feeble-heartedness come to you? This feeble-heartedness, which is anarya-like, which brings about ruin, which brings about which takes away swarga for you. Asargam kara means which brings hell to your life and which will destroy your dignity, which will destroy your fame, your glory. How has this come to you? From where? So, few things to note. Please don't think unmanliness means uh, a man, like we say nowadays, "Are yaar, mard hai, mard." Not like that, but it means stout-heartedness, bravery, courage, strength. Then Anarya. Here, Anarya is not that junked Aryan Dravidian theory so fondly promoted by our left liberals, but it is that condition of Arya means a noble man, a dignified person. Anaryoshtam asargam akirti. So he is literally chiding Arjuna. Now,
Correct.
this is very weird. At the time, if a person is in great panic and behaving in a weird manner and out of like he's totally off hook, so they say that a hard slap or a
Yeah.
hard scolding actually brings that person to senses. We have seen it many times in a Hindi movies also. Tash, one slap to somebody acting very weird, and that
Yes.
person comes to the
Yes.
senses. So what is happening here is that it is the same thing that psychosis sets in, and the way to get out from the psychosis actually through shock treatment. And Sri
Correct.
Bhagwan is giving that shock treatment to Arjuna. And Swamiji used to say this. Sri Bhagwan is reminding Arjuna of who he is. He is bringing in a highly positive emotion to counter Arjuna's negativity. He says, look at
Yeah.
you. You're crying like a child, and who are you? You're the mighty Arjuna. So I think we are all from a management background. Some you are running
Yeah.
your own company. I have also been working with management for a while. We know that positivity actually motivates people to come out with better results, whatever
Correct.
we do in life. I will share a personal experience of mine. So at that time,
Sure.
I had one person reporting to me, and that person was technically not very sound.
Okay.
And my manager used to say, "No, not good, not good. This
Yeah.
person won't be." So
We
that my
cannot.
manager
We
had
cannot
black
deal
and
with this.
white.
Yeah.
Cannot deal with him. He had a lack of confidence on this person. But then I remembered this thing, and I went and told this person, "Look, I have full faith on you, and I'm sure you will do a wonderful job. You have cracked some things before. So give it a shot. Go ahead, do it."
Yeah.
That person actually came up with a good piece of solution, good code, and I showed it proudly to my manager and said, "Look at it." So positivity works. And yes, Roshi, also like we see in our day-to-day life when we work together
Correct.
professionally, you have
Correct.
a very positive way of dealing with people. You don't um, try to bring down people. You say that, okay, you have done good. And Anirban, for that matter, our friends also, they would do the same way. So that's a great thing that we bring out the best in people. So that is
No,
something.
it's so the time we are going through. I would just like to cite out the moment you take your phone and you just all the messages you get is like people needs oxygen, people needs bed, people needs injection, people are helpless, they're crying out, there are no hospital beds. So the situation we are in, there can be two ways. Either you take up it all to your mind and your heart and your energy, and then you cry and weep and see there is because of so much of uncertainty ahead, we don't know what to do. Or else there can be ways to just how you can cultivate positive energy within yourself, finding out activities or probably it's not always work as in work, but it can be different activities like choosing a book that you want to read. Maybe you have kept it for a long time and you are not getting time. Maybe some YouTube videos which you probably could not catch up due to your work schedule. So one thing I believe that it is always, because the positive and negative things are always inside, right? It's up to you or it's up to us, which is the one we want to cultivate and we want to bring up. You want to bring out the negative one, is yes, it's always coming out. You want to bring out the positive one, I think that's where you need um, you know, to
Absolutely.
push yourself, because
Correct.
negativity always comes to us because there is so much of suffering around. Not only this
Correct.
time, it's always. We have taken a human birth and we go across so much of suffering always around. But that doesn't mean that it's the end, because there might be times when we enjoy ourselves also. Probably after this corona is over, we would like to take a vacation, go out for some places, enjoy our time. So that
Correct.
is also there. That's also part of your life. You cannot just leave it out saying that I'm always gloomy and negativity is just catching me around. So it's uh, positivity and staying positive always makes good, and you kind of know how to deal with the situation which is there, because you always have a hope inside that yes, tomorrow some good is going to come. So that's a push, I believe. And
Correct.
one thing also, I believe that nobody is going to assist you for that. It's you yourself, and it should always come from inside. Like you
Absolutely.
should you should know your ways of being positive. That's it. I mean,
True.
I would like to put
True.
it in that way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Very
So
well put. That is true.
yes.
I think there's this song of Tagore, right? Jonaki ki sukhe pakha duti melecho. Uh,
Okay.
it says, and one word is there in it. One line is there. So he's fantasizing about a glowfly.
Okay.
He says that, "Oh glowfly, you are neither the sun nor are you the moon, but
Okay.
you have your own light within you."
Correct. Correct. Absolutely.
That's a
Very well put.
lovely
So,
line,
yes.
and those viewers
So
who
you see,
understand that.
that is the thing. But I mean, you might not be the person with tomorrow you just do like this and the world changes.
What
That
you
is
will
not
change.
that is not how it is. But
Correct,
then
correct.
you should know your own essence of being
Absolutely.
happy, because that's inside. We cannot live it always up to the outside factors telling that okay, बाहर तो सब कुछ खराब है, कैसे मैं ठीक रहूं.
Mm.
ऐसा नहीं होता. You should be compassionate. You should be feeling for the others. I'm not telling also this that your heart or you should not cry for others. Yes, you are crying, like going through the situation. There might be nights when I'm crying for others. I could not resist myself. But that doesn't mean that again I'm showing it to the external world, showing that see, look how dull or how gloomy or how bad I
Ah,
am. Because that's the way you should know that your happiness or your sadness also impacts others, because you're working in a team. At times you're talking to your parents, at times you're talking to your friends who might be going through some terrible time in his or her life.
correct, correct.
So if you are also putting that negativity across, then that goes across like it flies like anything. It is a
Absolutely. Yeah.
forest fire. It will just destroy everything. So let's hold
Mm.
the negativity into ourselves and show only positivity outwards. So
True.
that's one of the things. And I believe this is something which Bhagwan also in the second, when he starts talking, there is also one thing that Arjuna is basically a Kshatriya. So being a Kshatriya, how can you be? Because we know Kshatriyas are the warriors. So you have to fight like a lion. You cannot be so cold-hearted, and you cannot be like, I cannot fight. This is a situation where I don't know what to do.
Mm.
So
Mm.
I think this is also something which Bhagwan is trying to tell Arjuna, that this is not for you.
Correct.
Like, in our Vedas, we know that there are Varna
Faint-heartedness
Vyavasthas.
is not me.
Yeah. So this kind of,
Sure.
you cannot behave like this. You have to behave in a. So, see,
Mm.
in today's world also, we see people with great responsibilities, or with, too much of, duties and responsibilities. They cannot behave in certain ways, even if they want to.
Mm.
Correct?
Mm. Mm.
So at times we all come across certain difficulties in our life, but there is a perspective, or there is a thing. You see a very simple person who is like, going to, maybe doing a day job and eating food and coming back home and just sleeping. The
Mm.
way he can behave in a very simple manner, say our daily laborer, a daily wager.
Mm.
So he can just come back, he just can leave everything, and he can be like, okay, today I'm sad.
Done. Tomorrow I will see tomorrow's.
Yes, tomorrow we'll see what has to be done. But people with greater responsibilities, like, definitely tomorrow I cannot expect the PM of the country to just like sit and think that, PM for that matter of any country. I'm not talking about my country. It can be of any country, because we are going through a situation. So everyone, so they cannot just, okay, ठीक है, देख लेंगे कल क्या होगा. So no, there is no tomorrow. It's like, what kind of a situation. You have to act every moment, every minute,
Actually, a
every
war
second.
now.
Yeah.
It's a
So
war now. Totally.
it's a war now. So people with greater responsibilities, you cannot behave in certain manner. You always have to keep that in mind, that you have some duties, you have some responsibilities, and showing up your real emotions sometimes is not the right thing to do. So,
Absolutely. So that's a very true thing, especially people with lot of responsibilities. If
yes,
suppose the PM now starts panicking, what will happen?
correct. If you start
What will
crying,
happen to the country? It's true. That is true. Same,
a lot of
actually, the
people are
same is
telling why he is not telling anything. So I'm like, because we all know it's a warlike situation.
He's a poor
If he
person. If
comes,
he speaks, also there's a problem. If he doesn't speak,
if
then
he doesn't,
also
there is a,
there's a
so
problem.
that's a different direct like that's a different thing. But then what I was thinking is, even if he starts talking, now let us assume that he starts crying. So the condition we are all in, if the PM of the country starts crying or he starts telling, I don't know what has to be done, what will we be? I
What
mean,
will happen to them? Actually, that's
so
very relevant because the one reason why Krishna was so harsh on Arjuna was that
yes,
the entire Pandava forces were rallied around Arjuna. So
correct.
if he had faltered, and that was the primary goal of Duryodhan from day one, that somehow eliminate Arjuna by hook or by crook, Arjuna and Bhima. Everything else will fall in line.
So
And
that is thing. That is the thing.
that's correct. So that's true. Also, one story comes to my mind. If you remember, Swamiji used to love this sloka very much, and
Yes.
Swamiji lived by it. So once a young person came to Swamiji and said, I want to be a monk. The young person was faltering as if he had not eaten for a long time, etc. Swamiji looked at him and said, can you wear a pagri on your head? Huge Rajasthani pagri. Can you wear a nagara and run around? Why is your condition like this? Nagara means that
Yes.
Rajasthani shoes,
The shoe. Yeah.
martial shoes. Can you wear
Yeah.
one like that? Can you lie? Can you steal? Can you steal? Go and steal first. Now I hope audience viewers don't take it in a different way. Swamiji had a very blowing it in your face sort of an exhorting.
Yes.
He used to
Yes.
say you need to come out first out of tamas, rajas and all. You need to become rajasic, then sattva. He used to say sattva is the highest form. Our country is in a state of tamas. So that is the same thing that has happened to Arjun. And Sri Bhagwan is exhorting him to come out of tamas into rajas. And in the
Yeah.
way he's
Correct.
taking him to sattva and then beyond all the three gunas.
Correct. Correct.
He's showing him the
So
final wish
it is sort of, he's acting very coward, which is rightly
power.
put. You have rightly said that he's exercising his tamas guna so much
Tamas.
that that he has to Bhagwan has to tell him that you should
Exhort
not,
him.
you cannot show such being so much of dull and then crying and then saying that no,
Hmm.
I cannot take up this job. And you have to show the character of a kshatriya, which is of course of a warrior, of someone who doesn't bother to kill anyone even if time comes. So that's how
Hmm.
a kshatriya should behave. You should not behave this way. So I think that this is Swamiji's favorite, because Swamiji has, like, who all of us who knows his philosophy and who has been his followers, we know that
Hmm.
this is one thing which he has kept on telling all of us, that
Exhorting.
just don't be afraid. Like, the moment fear stalks you, I believe a lot of things are taken from you that moment. You you cannot. So I
True.
I I don't remember. No, sorry, you were there with me, I guess. Or I cannot recollect properly. Our Maharaj in the mutt in Alasuru mutt. Uh,
Hmm.
so Ramakrishna Maharaj.
That,
I
that,
remember him telling me once. I was, I think it was back in 2015 or 16, and I was trying to reach out to some person from the government or for some work or something in Bangalore. So I was just talking to him about that, and so I was just asking him, that he's of such a position. How can I just walk in and tell him that please do this for me? And he says that Maharaj tells me that never ever in your life say that I am scared or I cannot do this thing, because you are the
Hmm.
daughter of Swamiji, you are the follower of Swamiji. So you
Hmm. True.
cannot say that I'm afraid of doing. Just
True.
raise your head and just get into the place and just say, I need this, get this done. Because so that was something which affected and which impacted me so much, that I believe that the moment fear stalks you, you're killed almost. You need not to worry that will I die or not. There is no second question, because fear kills us anyway. So uh, I think that's something which Bhagwan is trying to tell Arjuna, that you cannot be
Absolutely.
scared. How
Absolutely.
how are you? So So that's one thing.
So the first rule of martial arts or martial anything martial is you can't be afraid. Fear will come, but then the whole psychosis is on taming it. So our
Yes.
warriors say if they had got afraid, how would they have won the peaks of Kargil, our Indian army? And some of them said, "Ye dil mange more," like Captain Vikram
Yeah.
Batra. Blessed be him, such a great man, PDC. So he says, "Dil mange more." In such
Correct. Yes.
circumstances, he was
Yes.
unafraid. So
And
yeah,
this
so
is also true because you know that okay, so we go by the facts of Advaita Vedanta, which teaches us about Atman, Brahman, and the whole soul thing. But even if you don't go by that philosophy, just take this in a very normal philosophy, as people will say, okay, this is one life. So you just have to complete whatever is given to you in this life. So you don't get chances, right? We don't get. So if you go by the fact that okay, there will be a rebirth, there will be whole soul, this karma cycle and all those things, even if I don't go, what I'm trying to put is, even if I don't go by that philosophy, yeah, so in
right.
that case also, this is one life where you need to complete whatever is given to you. So what's the need of fear? Like, already by getting scared or by not taking that chance, you are killing time, and you're going back. So what's the point in doing so? Let's take it up and see what's there in hold. What will happen? the
Exactly,
end
Susna.
the
Even
end
if you're
thing.
losing, actually, that's a very nice point you put in. I can't help mentioning. Actually,
Yeah,
Sri
please.
Bhagwan starts with all this, and then he tells Arjuna about the soul being immortal, the Atman being
Yes,
immortal,
yes.
and all that, everything. Then he senses that, okay, maybe he won't get all these high philosophies now. Then he says, okay, leave all that. Even if you think that all this is not true, think of your
Yes.
reputation. What will happen to it? They will,
Correct.
the Kauravas
Correct.
will laugh at you.
Correct.
So he's
Because you are a
goading him in
kshatriya.
turn.
Because you are a
You're a
kshatriya, so
Kshatriya,
your
yeah.
reputation is at stake. You cannot you cannot just hide and say that no, I don't want
Correct.
to fight. You cannot
Correct.
do that. So you're
Absolutely.
given, you have to adopt by certain characteristics of being a
True.
kshatriya, and you have to do that. So
This is very
even
hugely portrayed all the time. Very
yes,
hugely portrayed.
yes. And this is also very important. Whenever certain things comes in life, just go by the fact that क्या ही होगा, क्या हो सकता है, मतलब लास्ट
Correct.
एंड में क्या ही होगा, क्या होगा, मर जाएंगे, ठीक है, उससे
Not
ज्यादा
Jain.
तो कुछ नहीं हो सकता ना. Well, that's your ultimate. So I think the moment you set up an ultimate thing, that what is that, the worst part, what is going to happen? Okay.
Hmm.
So
It
that
can't
is
get worse than this.
yes, it can't get worse than this. So if that is a limit of you always, and you're setting that up in your life, so I believe there shouldn't be anything like ठीक है देखते हैं क्या ही हो जाएगा, एक बार चांस
True.
लेके देखते हैं.
Yeah,
So yeah.
absolutely. So I think, yeah, that's the second shloka. So see, one shloka brings up so many things to discuss. Gita is like an ocean, actually. That's it.
Yeah, Gita is like an ocean, indeed. And Deep, let me just ask you a question. So, if I have to, because I have always seen you very closely and following Gita in a very hardened manner. Like you go by the fact that yes, you have learned, and it has impacted your life in so many ways. So,
Yeah.
if I have to pick up 3 points, or if I have to just see that okay, these 3 things are the important things that you yourself have learned from Gita for your day-to-day life. And what is that you would like to share it with everyone, that these three are the possibly that has changed your life after reading Gita?
Yeah. No, that is what I will say. My personal travels that I passed through 2019. I lost my mother, who was very close to me, was one of the
Yes,
closest persons. And at that time, this ocean of light for me has been the Gita, especially this
yes,
Dvitiyodhyaya,
yes.
wherein Sri Bhagavan dwells on the truth of the immortality of the Atman.
Hmm.
And that somehow has been a great source of light, strength, rejuvenation for me. Maybe we hear
Correct.
it all the times, many people says it, but there's something in the text of the Gita coming as it from the Lord himself, the inspirer of all shastras, and delivered
Yes.
through Bhagwan Vedavyasa, the
Yes.
greatest of all
Yes.
things. So there's something in it which actually goes into your heart and settles still sit down. It gives you great hope, joy. So I think that has been the main driving force, that immortality of the Atman and the impermanence of the world. Although I'm maybe yawns away from anywhere close to achieving it, but it's like a lighthouse which came to me in those great times of crisis and darkness.
Yeah.
So again, it was like Arjuna situation for me.
Yes.
Understand losing such a near and dear one, mainstay of your life. So that has been, I think, the main thing I have drawn out of one point that I could.
I think
What about you?
it's knowing the fact that there is some reality which exists.
Yeah,
So no
yeah,
matter what condition we are in, or no matter what we are going through, this is
correct.
just a temporary one. I mean, we can come
Yeah,
across all this because there is a far more
truth will
achievable
pass.
reality which is there on the other side.
Ah,
So
absolutely,
yeah,
that is the main thing, and Gita drives home this fact. Forget many people think that Gita is a call to war and all. No,
yes,
it is by incidentally that he's asking him fight because it's your dharma. But then
correct.
the ultimate thing is Gita gives him that, say, 70,000 feet vision of the realities of life, wherein all our problems become so much,
Yeah,
just a pin maybe. From
correct,
that point,
correct.
when you
Yeah,
look at things, it becomes a pin. But
correct.
see, again, it's tough. To be honest, also, say Arjun, even
Absolutely, absolutely.
after the Gita had been told to him, he saw the Vishwarupa, he understood everything, he realized everything. Then when Abhimanyu was killed,
Yeah,
Arjuna actually couldn't restrain himself.
good one. Yes, yes.
So
So
doesn't
it's
matter. But
such a high level truth, I believe. So at times it's not possible for us to kind of
correct,
go by it, or believe, or I won't say believe. It's kind of you cannot go by the fact that okay, this is all, whatever is happening is just temporary, and then you have it is
true,
easy to believe and go by it, but then it's hard to practice at times when we come
absolutely,
across
absolutely,
certain stages or certain situations in life where you can't. But then again, I would also like to say this, that it is also because of Gita that many a times you can come across certain situations, but then you cannot react and you move forward. There is a thing that every day, if you read maybe one or two slokas in a like whenever you are comfortable, in the morning, in the evening, uh, it is something like I would just like to share a personal experience here. Times when what happens is you come across a situation which is hard for you. Now there can be a way that you just go by the fact that okay, this is what, now what should I do, and then I cannot come out of it. Then there are so many problems, what to do, what not to do. You probably, before getting into this whole soul journey of spirituality, or seeking for spirituality, I would rather put it. Uh, Me, before this whole stage, I used to think that okay, nothing can be done. Let's look for something else because this is not going to happen. I have no other option. So what is that you can do? But after I took this journey, and the time when I started reading about all the scriptures and studying and understanding, and of course Guru Mantra after the initiation happened, it is always a case that okay, maybe for 5 or 10 minutes I'm like, okay, what has to be done? I'm against that. But then that's a minuscule time. I would say 10 or 15 minutes. And the moment I'm into 20 minutes, I'm actually thinking of other alternatives. So okay, fine. This is
yeah.
this is what we cannot do, but what is that we can do? So
Do, yes, yes, yes. That is what the
so
Gita is also full of.
yes.
Absolutely. What is it
So
that I can do? See, that's what I have this very funny quote. There are people who have a solution to every problem, like the one
yeah,
you told, that I think
yeah,
what can be. Then there are people who have a problem to every solution.
yeah.
Okay. So, which category we want to be in, that's up to us.
That's a
Uh,
personal choice completely.
Personal choice, yeah. But
Yes,
then this is available. Every problem comes with a solution. Think of it. Newton, his entire work was destroyed in a matter of minutes by his pet dog.
correct.
And he
Correct.
said, diamond, diamond, you know not what you have done. I have a gut feeling at that time he would have felt, okay, good for me. Now I can do this thing in a better manner. Maybe I
Correct.
can do things that were lacking. I can now undo it. So,
Correct.
so
Correct.
that is,
No,
I am,
I also think this these that there cannot be any problem which is without a solution. Solution can be good or bad. Solution can be positive, negative. Solution can be anything. But then there has to be a solution. It cannot be without a solution. Every problem comes to us with a solution. It's just matter of time, or it's just your own perception, or your direction, how you find the solution. So
absolutely, absolutely.
there has to be a solution. It cannot be.
I think
So
we had this experience with our company also last year, right?
yes,
We were so
yes.
scared
So
and
yeah, many
we did
times,
quite well.
it's been a 8 years of journey in entrepreneurship, and then it's just a roller coaster ride. At times it is like you are on the verge of, okay, let's think of something else, and the very other moment you are like, no, there are so many things we can do. So end of the day, and also one thing I would like to add here is the goal or the motive. What is that you are trying to achieve? Is one of the factors which keeps on, kind of आप चलते रहते हो. You cannot stop. That goal should be there. If there is no goal, if we don't know what is that we are trying to achieve, then I think it becomes a little dicey for people to come across situations in life. But then when you have a goal and you know that the goal is for bigger and better, so at that time, I believe there is something which comes inside you and will just push you and pick you up from the situation and put it in a place which is best for you. So yeah, goal is
Yeah,
also very
absolutely.
important, very, very
Very
important.
important. That's true. That's
What is that you
true.
want to
Goal,
achieve?
a person without a goal and a ship without a radar
Yeah,
or
cannot be.
sonar, whatever you say, one and
Yes,
the same.
yes.
Sure.
So okay,
Thank,
Deep, I think
thank you.
we'll end it up here today, and we'll connect next week or
So,
next.
Shirshi, before we end, just sorry, I would also like to know from you that what has been the driving point of the Gita for you, your personal journey.
Okay.
You can
So for me,
please.
there is see philosophical reasons can be different, especially when you are in the path of spirituality. You find Gita to be your best friend always. But
Yeah.
then I would also like to put Gita in a way. It's very fascinating to me because I find it very musical, as in the name suggests.
Yeah.
But then I would
Yeah.
like to put it in a way that you see, if you see Gita, Krishna, Bhagwan, not on the very first time tells like ये कच्चा चिट्टा नहीं है, like opens up everything to Arjuna.
Hmm.
He takes it
Slowly,
very
slowly.
slowly, and it's very rhythmic. If you just see, it's very rhythmic. Like he
Hmm.
starts from very very high, like telling in chapter 2 about everything that is reality, then taking completely
Then
down.
slowly, slowly, slowly.
Yes, then talking about karma yoga, jnana yoga, and then again taking up. So that way it's very like I find it very fascinating. That's a complete different reason other than
Yeah.
philosophical reason. But that is how I think I relate life also. Like it's very musical. It goes like this and then goes up and then again goes down and again goes up.
Various tunes, various tones,
Yeah,
various.
yeah. So it's that way. It's very fascinating. Or I like this part of Gita in a way that it just doesn't take you to the thing and then leave you there.
Gives you
It
there.
is
Yeah.
like at times Bhagwan is trying to be it's kind of good cop and bad cop. At times he is
Back
trying
up,
to
yeah.
play a very soft tone. Then again he takes it to the high pitch. Then again soft. Then again high. So it's very rhythmic.
Absolutely.
That way I find it very fascinating.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is very poignant observation, and that is why he is Jagat Guru also. We say
Yeah.
Krishnam Vande Jagat Guru,
Yes.
because only a Jagat Guru can do this. That see, great pundits will write texts or tell things which will be very nice, very
Correct.
good also. But the sublimity and this easiness, Gita, look, we hardly know Sanskrit that way, most of
Yes.
us.
Yes.
But as if somebody tells us the meaning of it, it strikes a chord with us instantly. Yeah, that's true. So that is why you see even the Kathamrita, the
Hmm.
Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna, it's so simple. I actually have heard a few people, some people saying, "Oh, that's so simple. Anybody can write." There have been few pundits speaking like that. Especially, I know one in Bangalore. Yeah, that's so simple.
Oh, that's also very fascinating. We would love to see another Kathamrita coming because that's the way we can again see him probably in front of us. So if someone
Correct.
can take that up and write it, so we would be very lucky to see him again. So
Absolutely. Absolutely.
you know, yeah. So if someone is telling you that I can write, you must become a master M for him and tell him to please pick. I would love to write it.
Right. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what the great teachers always told very simple things. Jesus,
Yes.
the way he speaks in parables and all, the Lord also is speaking to Arjuna in a very simple way.
Correct.
The beauty of the Gita is its simplicity. So actually, there's a saying that this is the Upanishads are like the forest, you beautiful
Hmm.
forest,
Correct.
but very dense, and you a person can get lost there. Whereas Gita is a bouquet of flowers from the best flower-bearing trees of that forest. And some of the concepts of the Upanishads actually verbatim come in the Gita.
Uh-huh.
Na tatra surya bhati, na chandra
Yeah.
tarakam, nemi vidyuto kutamaham. That's Kathopanishad, I believe.
Huh.
So that same thing comes in the Panchadasha of the 15th chapter. Na tatra surya bhati, na chandra tarakam. So that same shloka is there. I don't recollect it exactly now, but that same shloka, maybe with a little bit here and there.
Little bit here and there. Yeah. Okay.
It's a lovely thought. So yeah, thank you so much, Rishi.
Yes.
Think
So
it's
today we would like to end it up here. I think this is going to be a beautiful session with other chapters and slokas opening up. And we would like to put it in this way that we are the conversation mode or the simpler mode because at times Gita becomes very difficult for people to get it or grasp it. So we would like to kind of simplify this as in what we understand because uh, the way our intellect understands it
as we
is the
understand.
same
That's
way we would like people to probably understand the same thing. And yeah, thank you so much for joining me
thank
today.
you.
And take care. Please be safe.
Thank
Take
you.
care
Yes,
and
yes.
of your near and dear ones, everyone. Thank you.
Jai Shri Krishna. Om
Jai
Bhagavate Vasudevaya.